The summit of happiness is reached when a person is ready to be what he is. There's no point in wishing. We can't change anything about the past. We can only remember. We can only move forward. Humor is what happens when we're told the truth quicker and more directly than we're used to. When obstacles arise, you change your direction to reach your goal. You do not change your decision to get there. I wonder how many people don't get the one they want, but end up with the one they're supposed to be with. We know everything, we just haven't thought of it yet. Travel brings wisdom only to the wise. It renders the ignorant more ignorant than ever. The greatest stories aren't always written. They're plucked from the everyday lives of ordinary people. Fear is temporary, regret is forever. The smallest act of kindness makes you more beautiful than any expensive dress or makeup. If you choose them right, they can open any heart and shut any mouth. The soul should always stand ajar, ready to welcome the ecstatic experience. Attaining recognition is an individual journey. It cannot be bestowed upon us by others.
Be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before.
Feet sandaled with dreams tread paths of vision, leading to wisdom's sharp peaks. No one human being knows the full truth about another human being, not even one's nearest and dearest. In a room where people unanimously maintain a conspiracy of silence, one word of truth sounds like a pistol shot. I am like any other man. All I do is supply a demand. Sometimes people are beautiful, not in looks, not in what they say, just in what they are. Yea, all things live forever, though at times they sleep and are forgotten. Intelligence is more important than strength. That is why Earth is ruled by men and not by animals.
Rewards for good service should not be deferred a single day.
The rights of every man are diminished when the rights of one man are threatened. The decision is your own voice. An opinion is the echo of someone else's voice. Not how the world is, but that it is the mystery.
Do your work, then step back, the only path to serenity. I kept always 2 books in my pocket, one to read, one to write in. Do more listening than talking. Talk more about them than about you. To forget the whole world is easy. To make the whole world forget you is hard. The only time you fail is when you fall down and stay down.
To be prepared against surprise is to be trained. To be prepared for surprise is to be educated. Talking without thinking is like shooting without aiming.
We have to speak the truth always, at any cost, and no matter what.
The hardest thing about the road not taken is that you never know where it might have led. We hunt the flame, the light in the darkness, the good this world deserves.
Everything is relative in this world, where change alone endures.
Great is truth, but still greater from a practical point of view is silence about truth. Life's like a painter's palette. Just when you've got everything worked out, the colors change.
If it is to your advantage, make a forward move. If not, stay where you are.
A loving soul was always more beautiful over the long haul, but actual prettiness was fleeting.
It's important in life. If you don't give a shit, it can help you a lot. I should have based my judgment upon deeds and not words.
You are not just for the right or left, but for what is right over the wrong. I do not believe anyone can be perfectly well who has a brain and a heart.
Take care of your body, then the rest will automatically become stronger.
Science is not only compatible with spirituality, it is a profound source of spirituality. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. Nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing, because he could do only a little.
Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it.
Devour your fears, or they will devour you. Fear is a lie. Stop believing lies. No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man.
Man is an animal who has to live in a lie in order to live at all. The scholar does not consider gold and jade to be precious treasures, but loyalty and good faith. Breathing control gives man strength, vitality, inspiration, and magic powers.
Different languages, the same thoughts, servant to thoughts and their masters. Having the courage to stand up for what we believe in is our greatest glory, not winning every battle. To see what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. Never mind those failures till yesterday. Each new day is a sequel of a wonderful life, gifted with hopes to succeed.
The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate.
What one generation finds ridiculous, the next accepts, and the third shudders when it looks back on what the f***s did. The secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. A religion which cannot benefit a person before death cannot benefit him after death either. Expectations make people miserable, so whatever yours are, lower them. You'll definitely be happier. The level of success you achieve will be in direct proportion to the depth of your commitment. When it's possible for you to dream, it's not impossible to achieve. I don't fit into any stereotypes, and I like myself that way. A kind thought, word, or action creates infinite ripples of caring, consideration, and peace. It is your responsibility to find fault with me. It is mine to hear you out. But don't expect me to change. Never mourn the loss of innocence, because it always brings the much greater gain of wisdom. Closed in a room, my imagination becomes the universe, and the rest of the world is missing out. Too many of us are not living our dreams, because we are living our fears. Whenever something bad happens, keep calm, take a few deep breaths, and shift the focus to something positive. Hold on to forgiveness, for it frees your heart of resentment and opens the door to healing and peace. Work at your job and make a living. Work on yourself and make a fortune.
Without knowing the force of words, it is impossible to know more.
I have often wished I had time to cultivate modesty, but I am too busy thinking about myself.
An education is not so much about making a living as making a person.
Don't waste your time in anger, regrets, worries, and grudges. Life is too short to be unhappy.
One day you will wake up, and there won't be any more time to do the things you've always wanted. Do it now. It does not matter how long you live, but how well you do it.
Through synergy of intellect, artistry, and grace came into existence the blessing of a dancer. Stay calm in times of trouble, and all the turbulence around you will obey you. Snow floated down every once in a while, but it was frail snow, like a memory fading into the distance.
I'm not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. The inner fire is the most important thing mankind possesses.
Take your victories, whatever they may be. Cherish them, use them, but don't settle for them. Stop doing what is easy. Start doing what is right.
The truth is the kindest thing we can give folks in the end. Always blow your own trumpet. Blowing someone else's is unhygienic.
If you're making mistakes, it means you're out there doing something.
The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education.
Much of what was said did not matter, and that much of what mattered could not be said.
Shoot for the moon. Even if you fail, you'll land among the stars. War is a matter of vital importance to the state.
If we didn't fear the truths we didn't hear, we'd lose the need to fear the ones we did. I do not know what the heart of a rascal may be, but I know what is in the heart of an honest man. It is horrible.
Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Once you really know yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing about you?
A warrior who is prepared to fight must also be prepared to die.
I never fail. It's just that the people around me succeed more than I.
If we encounter a man of rare intellect, we should ask him what books he reads. Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that generation. It has become appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity. Be the person that will take the first step towards personal success. You will be remembered for. Not all can believe anything they want to, because not all have the ability to believe. Every man has his secret sorrows, which the world knows not, and oftentimes we call a man cold when he is only sad.
Being brave means that knowing when you fail, you won't fail forever.
Don't be afraid of criticism. The tallest trees are always confronted by the strongest winds.
At times, even a 90% compatibility rate ends in a breakup.
Make more moves and less announcements. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Everything you'll ever need to know is within you. The secrets of the universe are imprinted on the cells of your body. The simple step of a courageous individual is not to take part in the lie. One word of truth outweighs the world. The irony of life is that those who wear masks often tell us more truths than those with open faces. My happiness grows in direct proportion to my acceptance and in inverse proportion to my expectations. We never know the quality of someone else's life, though we seldom resist the temptation to assume and pass judgment. If you possess enough courage to speak out what you are, you will find that you are not alone. It's not enough knowing that you can walk on water, Peter. You have to get out of the boat. Never let your sense of morals prevent you from doing what is right. Men will not accept truth at the hands of their enemies, and truth is seldom offered to them by their friends.
Talent is helpful in writing, but guts are absolutely essential. Rely not on the likelihood of the enemy's not coming, but on our own readiness to receive him.
You've never lived what you are thinking, and that isn't good. Only the ideas we actually live are of any value.
The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort.
In what will survive me, I am in harmony with my annihilation. Not everyone is fight-able. Be careful of who you fight. Listening stops with the ears, the mind stops with recognition, but spirit is empty and waits on all things. If you don't give up on something you truly believe in, you will find a way. Common man's patience will bring him more happiness than common man's power.
Be like seeds. Do not see dirt thrown at you as your enemy, but as ground to grow.
It doesn't get better by overthinking. It only gets better by working towards eradicating your problem. Sacrifice is a part of life. It's supposed to be. It's not something to regret. It's something to aspire to. To avoid disappointment, expect nothing from nobody. Illegal aliens have always been a problem in the United States. Ask any Indian. In short, philosophical theories are largely the product of the hidden hand of the cognitive unconscious. You should never be surprised when someone treats you with respect. You should expect it. No single event can awaken within us a stranger whose existence we had never suspected. To live is to be slowly born.
I had forgotten how much light there is in the world till you gave it back to me.
To find what you seek in the road of life, the best proverb of all is that which says, "Leave no stone unturned."
Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard.
You were given life. It is your duty to find something beautiful within life, no matter how slight. A real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken a new action. If there's no action, you haven't truly decided. The goal is timeless. Chase the moment and you lose. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. It's a sad day for American capitalism when a man can't fly a midget on a kite over Central Park. Never underestimate the power. You have to take your life in a new direction. Nobody's going to win all the time. On the highway of life, you can't always be in the fast lane. It is better to be alone than in bad company. Better to die fighting for freedom than be a prisoner all the days of your life.
Success awaits those who steadfastly commit to any requisite sacrifice.
There was another life that I might have had, but I am having this one.
You know, there's no such thing as a complete lie. There's always some truth in there.
The worst part of success is trying to find someone who is happy for you. Every day is a bank account, and time is our currency. No one is rich, no one is poor. We've got 24 hours each.
A constitution that is made for all nations is made for none.
Whatever happens to your body, your soul will survive, untouched. The world is wide, and I will not waste my life in friction when it could be turned into momentum.
So long as you fight the darkness, you stand in the light. Oh, darling, don't be bitter. It's the first instinct of the weak.
The smallest thing well done becomes artistic. The task of modern man is not to find his inner self, but to create himself. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them.
And when all the wars are over, a butterfly will still be beautiful.
Those who are wise won't be busy, and those who are too busy can't be wise.
Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have.
You don't need a compass when you are yourself a map.
There is no progress or accomplishment without sacrifice.
The desire to die was my one and only concern. To it I have sacrificed everything, even death. Gather the best you have to offer and create a heartfelt, prosperous life full of purpose. If you aren't willing to work for it, don't complain about not having it. I want to build to that mogul, legendary level. You cannot connect with anyone except through reality. I have made a ceaseless effort not to ridicule, not to bewail, not to scorn human action, but to understand them. The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in. There are three things all wise men fear: the sea and storm, a night with no moon, and the anger of a gentle man.
Doing nothing is better than being busy doing nothing.
Once in a while, it really hits people that they don't have to experience the world in the way they have been told to. We testify of what we have experienced and witnessed. May our testimony inspire others to share their story.
Never give up. Things that you keep dreaming about will happen one day. When you trip over love, it is easy to get up. But when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand again.
And I remembered something else that makes us human. Faith, the only weapon in our arsenal to battle doubt. What is considered impossible is someone else's opinion. What is possible is my decision.
Life is a bittersweet journey, my friend, a bittersweet journey. Sometimes your only available transportation is a leap of faith. It's not what you are in life, but what you make of it.
People resist a census, but give them a profile page and they'll spend all day telling you who they are.
The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. If I work hard enough, there will be things I can do tomorrow that I can't do today.
Your past battles are part of your story. It is a powerful testimony that will inspire others.
A whetstone, though it cannot cut, may sharpen a knife that will.
Stop giving meaningless praise and start giving meaningful action.
In the haunted house of life, art is the only stair that doesn't creak.
Truth has a resonance to it that fills the cracks where falsehoods lie.
Begin by seizing something which your opponent holds dear. Then he will be amenable to your will.
You can have everything you want if you can put your heart and soul into everything you do. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. It takes a huge effort to free yourself from memory.
You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream.
Death comes to us all. We can only choose how to face it when it comes. A day without laughter is like living in darkness. You try to find your way around, but you can't see clearly.
Try not to become a man of success. Rather become a man of value.
There's a whole category of people who miss out by not allowing themselves to be weird enough. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. I'm looking into my past lives. I'm convinced some of them still owe me money.
Success involves going to where others believe is too far.
If you're going to burn a bridge behind you, make sure you've crossed it first.
Other people's opinion of you does not have to become your reality.
If you don't care for obscenity, you don't care for the truth. If you don't care for the truth, watch how you vote. Each man should frame life so that at some future hour fact and his dreaming meet. What makes earth feel like hell is our expectation that it should feel like heaven. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones.
If you're waiting until you feel talented enough to make it, you'll never make it. Power is not revealed by striking hard or often, but by striking true.
Wisdom comes from experience. Experience is often a result of lack of wisdom.
Verily, knowledge is a lock, and its key is the question. Life isn't about escaping, but it's all about experiencing.
Denying yourself a life of personal freedom is denying yourself of a life worth living. I'm very polite by nature. Even the voices in my head let each other finish their sentences.
Your story is remarkable, even if you don't know it yet. He who doesn't understand history is doomed to repeat it. Success is defined in units of fun. It's all about being happy.
Don't worry about the challenges. Get excited about the rewards of crushing them. Everyone kept telling me not to worry, someone will do something. No one did. So I became someone and did something. One way of looking at speech is to say that it is a constant stratagem to cover nakedness. The difference between greed and ambition is a greedy person desires things he isn't prepared to work for. We are born from a quiet sleep, and we die to a calm awakening. If you start by promising what you don't even have yet, you'll lose your desire to work towards getting it. Your future is in direct proportion to what you do in the present.
Slowing down was how we remembered what we never wanted to forget.
Fear is a probability by its own cause of actions. If we live by it, we lose all the possibilities of endurance.
The truth is, like salt, men want to taste a little, but too much makes everyone sick.
You must find the place inside yourself where nothing is impossible. The ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Like a running blaze on a plain, like a flash of lightning in the clouds, we live in the flicker.
You become mature when you become the authority of your own life.
You cannot be fair and correct at the same time. Fairness often takes the lesser correct of the roads. It is easy to be conspicuously compassionate if others are being forced to pay the cost. The boy and his heart had become friends, and neither was capable now of betraying the other. Once your mindset changes, everything on the outside will change along with it.
Maybe everyone can live beyond what they're capable of. Keep the fight in your veins, honey. Never let it fade.
People will not remember what you did for living. They will remember how you touched them with kindness and loving. Do not go where the path may lead. If you have a strong purpose in life, you don't have to be pushed. Your passion will drive you there. People are going to say what they want to say and think what they want to think, and I can't change their minds.
Always be friendly. Always be kind, like the most beautiful flower that you can find.
Autumn is a place where words fall short. It is a magic that must be felt, breathed, experienced, and treasured. Concern yourself not with what you tried and failed in, but with what is still possible to do. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities. Truth isn't.
Life doesn't require ideals. It requires standards of action.
Use the wings of the flying universe. Dream with open eyes. See in darkness. You are in danger of living a life so comfortable and soft. You will die without ever realizing your true potential. I would rather be an opportunist and float than go to the bottom with my principles around my neck.
Once you stop learning, you start dying.
And in the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It is the life in your years. Though the road's been rocky, it sure feels good to me. Reason is the power or capacity whereby we see or detect logical relationships among propositions.
More powerful than the will to win is the courage to begin.
Making time to experience joy is the single most important thing you can do to heal your heart.
Don't flail against the world. Use it. Flexibility is the operative principle in the art of war.
All I am is literature, and I'm not able or willing to be anything else. The day you become old is the day you're not looking for new experiences anymore. Sometimes life doesn't happen in chronological order. Molecules dissolve and pass away, but consciousness survives the death of the matter on which it rides.
There is an intelligent way to eat a live frog. I just don't know what it is.
Be a lamp or a lifeboat or a ladder. Help someone's soul heal. Walk out of your house like a shepherd.
The only limits for tomorrow are the doubts we have today.
Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better.
Remember that the happiest people are not those getting more, but those giving more. If ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril.
Unexpected intrusions of beauty, this is what life is. For the first time in a long time, I want more than I have. Commitment can open the invisible doors of success. What we do not confront, we inhabit. What we do not reject, we accept. What we do not fight, we become. Here's to freedom. Cheers to art. Here's to having an excellent adventure. And may the stopping never start.
You have two choices: evolve or repeat. The most important person you meet in life is your highest self.
I would prefer a sword to fight duel, but a pen to plan a war.
Hearts can't be broken because they're made of marzipan.
If your absence doesn't affect them, your presence never mattered.
I'm going to try speaking some reckless words, and I want you to try to listen recklessly. When you walk in silence, your excellence will always speak for you.
He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough. Knowledge and error flow from the same mental sources. Only success can tell one from the other. Dance through life, flinging kindness like shimmering rainbows. Find your bliss by sharing your heart. It was like when you ripped a piece of paper into two. No matter how you tried, the seams never fit exactly right again.
Keep creating. The world yearns to celebrate your next masterpiece. Everyone who got to where they are had to begin where they were.
Countless words, count less than the silent balance between yin and yang. Everyone makes a mistake. Type of mistake gives the perspective of seriousness. Cut not the wings of your dreams, for they are the heartbeat and the freedom of your soul. The whole secret of a successful life is to find out what is one's destiny to and then do it. If you cannot find peace within yourself, you will never find it anywhere else. Anger exceeding limits causes fear, and excessive kindness eliminates respect.
Sometimes life is too hard to be alone, and sometimes life is too good to be alone.
No matter where life takes me, find me with a smile. When I explored my deeper mind, I could understand that my life is only an illusion, an apparent reality.
When anger rises, think of the consequences.